It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. It's the New York Jets and the Dallas Cowboys. And it's coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Coming up, we got a good matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, here in Dallas, winning isn't everything, it's the only thing. But this team this year may have even extra pressure on their shoulders in what might very well be the toughest division in football.
And that extra pressure will go on the offensive side of the ball. They'll need consistent play from the quarterback position because they are very explosive. And on the defensive side, they want to continue to take the ball away and make themselves contenders in the NFC East.
Well, meanwhile, he won't be wearing number 12. He's back to his college number in deference to Joe Namath. But Aaron Rodgers, after an offseason with some anxious moments for Jets fans, he is in the fold and starting here at quarterback.
And it just changes the whole perception of this team. Already good on defense. Everyone kept saying they were a quarterback away. Well, I'd say Aaron Rodgers is that quarterback. And now everyone will play even better on the offensive side of the ball.
Here's a punter, Thomas Morstead, to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. And fighting down inside the 25. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Cowboys ready to go on offense for the first time, and it is their now 30-year-old quarterback, Dak Prescott, who leads the way.
Prescott has some things to clean up from last season, leading the NFL with 15 interceptions and only 12 games played. But we can't overlook the good. 23 touchdowns and an 8-4 record as a starter as he led the Cowboys to consecutive postseasons for the first time since 2007.
A Pro Bowler for the first time in 2022. Here's Tony Pollard. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Now you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. A short one there, taken in by Ferguson. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Second and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Prescott now from the 50. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Could we get a touchdown in this first half after all? It's 1st and 10. And again, it's Prescott. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Cooks on the quick slant. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. Kicking into a headwind here in the second quarter. And his kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys are good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here's Mecole Hardman taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Well, the new-look Jets ready to go on offense, and it is the veteran Aaron Rodgers at quarterback.
And the first possession isn't until the second quarter, but what's nice about it, it's only down 3. So what you sell your team on is, look, 1 possession, 1 drive, we put it in the end zone. We're in the lead in this game. Let's go, guys.
Rodgers now on 1st down. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Wilson, a 6-yard pickup, brings up 2nd and 4 at the 29-yard line.
Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. Rodgers now. A final shot before break. He finds Wilson and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So we've reached halftime. All we have to show for the first half, a lone field goal. 3-0 our score. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime
if you missed
report.
The first half,
Take it away,
there's not
Coach.
much to get you caught up on. Just the lone field goal accounting for the entirety of the scoring. A 3-0 game to this point, as both defenses have been strong so far.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Just one field goal in a tightly played first half as we resume action here in quarter number 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time,
The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's 1st and 10 now. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Inside a minute to go. Here's 2nd and 10 now. Back to throw. Rodgers. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the fourth. Here's 1st and 10. Now Rodgers. And that one's going to come up a little short. It's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. The right side going to be caught by Hardman. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Hey, you got your first down. Get up to the line of scrimmage and spike it.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Rodgers to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the first down, but I thought that was the key.
Here comes 2nd down. On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to potentially send us to overtime. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through, and they will tie this game here in the final seconds. This hasn't exactly been a battle of one touchdown after the other, quite the opposite. But at 3-3 now here in the fourth, it's been an entertaining game considering just 2 field goals.
Yeah, is it really a football game now, or are we watching baseball? This feels like a pitcher's duel, doesn't it? Nice and tense on the edge of your seat. Have you been scoring this one? A lot of strikeouts and ground balls in this one.
So overtime on the horizon, barring a wild finish here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dime. So the Cowboys going to get the first chance here to search for a winner as we're back underway to start this overtime. Kevontae Turpin now to return. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
It's all like popcorn. Come on now. It's all like popcorn. Hit it. Get it, baby. What's the deal, y'all? Let's go.
2nd down and a little more than a yard here. Here comes the first throw at OT for Prescott. Into the hands of Cooks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Dak. Complete. Pollard.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Second down and 8. Here's Prescott. And a little floater there, but it'll wind up incomplete, falling to the ground. So third down coming up. And, Charles, I guess the question for me, where does four down territory begin possibly?
I guess for me it begins if you have 4th and 5 or less, because you got to understand your team and know what your play calls are. What do you have that you think you're confident that you can pick up that type of yardage? It might be 4th and 3 for some teams, but I think anything under 4th and 5, they'll think about going for it.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, 4th down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And the Jets will take over.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Well, their defense, they did the important thing. They got the stop. They didn't allow a point, but now they're backed up here pretty far, Charles. Going to need a significant drive to try to get into position for the game-winning field goal.
Yeah, partner, don't you think that defense is on the sidelines right now saying, don't come to us with your problems about where you're starting? We did the important part. We kept them off the board, kept us in the ball game. Find a way to maneuver it downfield, at least get into field goal range, and get us a win.
On first down, Rodgers. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Back to the air on second down. It's Rodgers. Quick throw there is incomplete. One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Rodgers.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 35. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
Four yards remain on second down. Ball on the 10.
Rodgers to throw once more. And this will be caught. It's a touchdown. And absolute stunned silence here as they have come in and stolen this one in overtime.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done, and at the end of the day, that's all that matters.